while churches have been urged rather to continue advocating for end of gender-based violence. And in sports, BDF 11 and Township Rollers shared spoils in the Botswana Premier League game over the weekend. Dumelang, the Global Forum of Women Entrepreneurs intends to engage with different stakeholders in helping women to venture into different business opportunities. With food security being one of the national priorities, these entrepreneurs have been advised to think outside the box and align their business ventures with the national priorities. This was highlighted by the GFWE President, Dr. Pearl Kupe, during the recently held business workshop in Gaborone. Refilwe Mutube.
Women empowerment is one of the issues that the country continues to push for to ensure an economy that is inclusive for all. The Global Forum of Women Entrepreneurs has therefore risen to this call to support and encourage women entrepreneurs to ensure they overcome business hurdles and contribute to economic growth.
This is the beginning of a new era for women entrepreneurs in Botswana. Among other points of the vision of GFWE is an inclusive women entrepreneurial network connecting and encouraging women in the area of business. It seeks to provide space for engagement with like-minded marketplace organizations and work with them to establish kingdom rule and dominion.
We are in an exciting era where women entrepreneurs across the nations are rising above social barriers and limitations, gender inequalities, and taking up space as entrepreneurs and contributing positively in key sectors in the economies of the world. As GFWE, we carry the mandate to occupy and dominate in the sphere of business and entrepreneurship.
With food security being one of the national priorities, these entrepreneurs have been advised to think outside the box and align their business ventures with national priorities.
So let's empower Mosadi Oiling Tari and Kwebo. In particular, entrepreneurship is important. And I believe that's why Botswana created a Ministry of Entrepreneurship. So I believe that Botswana itself has recognized the importance of Kwebo entrepreneurship. Because, you know, we have the Africa Free Trade Continental Agreement now through the African Union. Borders are being let down so that we can engage in trade across the borders.
The Global Forum of Women Entrepreneurs also gives women entrepreneurs a platform to launch their products and services on an international space as the world gradually turns into a global village. Refilwe Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
Now, the Court of Appeal is to deliver judgment on the 19th of December on a case in which the Independent Electoral Commission is appealing an interim order issued by the Francistown High Court Judge Kgaola Pelo Ketlogetsoe. On the 10th of November 2023, Judge Ketlogetsoe ruled in favor of the opposition party Umbrella for Democratic Change and ordered that the party be allowed to deploy its agents to polling stations to monitor the registration process. Last week, the president of the Court of Appeal, Tebogo Tau, said the matter is of national importance and warrants to be heard on an expedited basis. Meanwhile, the Bwana Railways has signed contracts with Bulawayo Railway from Zimbabwe and African Railway Company from Mozambique. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Bwana Railways Acting Chief Executive Officer Mechilisile Malele says the African Railway 5-year contract is for the transportation of fuel from Mozambique to Botswana, while the 1-year Beitbridge contract is to haul minerals such as lithium and chrome from Zimbabwe to the ports of Mozambique. Abigail Madorobo.
Bwana Railways have been facing financial constraints which ultimately contributes to the capability and capacity of the organization to maintain its rolling stock. Ms. Malele noted that the opportunity cost of lost tonnage also impact on BR's ability to service and retain customers. She said from November last year, BR resolved to partner with private entities to tap into their expertise and collaborate to deliver long-term benefits to the parties.
ARC is one of our key customers. Through their service, Botswana is able to source petrol from Mozambique via the Limpopo corridor, which improves the security of supply in our country. ARC is partnering with Bwana Railways to finance the overhaul of 34 BPT tankers at a tune of 10 million. This 5-year partnership is expected to generate over 20 million in revenue for BR. Today, we are releasing the tankers to undergo maintenance in Zimbabwe.
Bwana Railways also celebrated the significant milestone of the graduates who managed to finish their courses through passion and determination.
The years of hard work, perseverance, and determination lies before us in the form of academic accomplishments and on-the-job excellence. These achievements are not merely personal triumphs, but rather they represent a cornerstone of Bwana Railways' success. They showcase our employee commitment to continuous learning and professional development, which is fundamental to individual growth and organizational effectiveness.
To the graduates, your qualification is just not a piece of paper. It is proof to yourself and to your doubters and to the world that you possess the skills and commitment needed for success in your careers.
Bwana Railways was commended for their dedication of boosting the economy of Francistown. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Francistown.
Now, the former director at Okavango Research Institute, Professor Joseph Mbaiwa, says that the institution is well on track of achieving its mandate. The professor said this when briefing an advisory board meeting on the state of the institution in Maung. Maranyane Samakata.
The Okavango Research Institute has 5 key areas of research, being ecosystem dynamics, ecosystem services, water resources management, sustainable development, and climate change. Professor Mbaiwa says they have an ambition to be a world-leading wetland research institute by the year 2029 and are therefore hard at work to reach this goal.
So we work with local universities to advance teaching, to advance research, to advance knowledge. Working or collaborating with the industry, the mining industry, for example. There are a lot of environmental issues at the mine, which ORI should come on board to address.
ORI has been offering 2 academic qualifications, being PhD and master's programs in natural resource management, but will now introduce a few more short courses.
We came up with 15 short courses. Those 15 short courses were accredited by HDRC. And those short courses, they range, D50. And now we have to invite applications where we teach you guys on some of the things which are important. Let's say if you want maybe to be taught on wildlife conservation, Masunga is here, we'll teach you, or water, how to test water quality issues.
The institute has also been applauded for its contribution to community development.
le go tswela le teng jaaka le bona gore makgobokgobo a rona a Okavango ana helele a kwadisiwa as an international heritage site.
ORI celebrates 26 years of service in Gamiland and has over the years made researches that have informed decisions relating to environmental conservation, especially relating to wetlands. Maranyene Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now, harvesting crops before they are mature can be detrimental as it can result in lower yields and reduced quality. This was said by the director of PIHI Agrochemical, Pius Malikongwa, when addressing horticultural farmers at a farmers' field day held by Stark Ayers in Francistown. Malikongwa said horticulture is a very expensive business, but it has good and quick returns. Abigail Madorobo.
Farmers have been advised to avoid falling prey to unverified information regarding farming techniques on social media platforms, as that can lead to costly mistakes. Mr. Malikongwa said farmers should rely on expert advice and resources to ensure that they are making the best decisions regarding their trade. He also encouraged farmers not to cut corners when it comes to this sector, as it is vital to get best results.
Facebook and the people but anymore mathateng ka dipeo tse direkiswa mo Facebook, even chemicals. The chef is already dirisa mo masimong ba gaetsho. They are dangerous to yourself, not to the pest yo ibolaya. Mo go wena, that's why o tshwantse ro di aparele o di ireleng ha o peita di chef.
Ke peita tsatsing. Ka mosokolo ye maha o lebela gore traka e kana ke tabe ke jele sengwe se se tile. Me ha o mo etela wena o na le boitsana ba ja go bona gore me malanyana o di stainitse ga se re kgologolo o sa tswa go peita maabane me ke yo le traka ke hapane le yone e ro le morogo e isa go setšhabeng makoa re buang ka ga one bitso a ba ka ke tsone di tshwana le tsonetse.
Farmers who graced the event were thankful of the information sharing sessions.
Ne ke ithutile dilo tse dintsi tota mo workshopong ya tsatsi la gompieno. Re ntse re lema hela re sa itse gore re lemela engwe a bona. But se ke ne ke se ithuta tsatsi eno ke lemogile gore ga o leme hela o le molemi. So sa ntha o tshwantse gore o itse gore no le ha tshela go le ntse jang. O ska lema hela ka gore o tsenya peo hatse. The second thing se leng gore ke se rutile gone ha o tshwantse gore o itse gore no metsi a gago the pH system, alkalinity or acidity, I think it's a mahaka.
I like the fact that different departments that are here to assist. The appointment as of Monday already. Soil testing.
Farmers were urged to embrace the new technologies and farming practices and also to work together to build a more resilient agricultural sector, especially at a time when the country is pushing for food security. Abigail Madorobo, BTV News, Francistown.
And the ceasing of traditional dance and songs at schools is worrying some renowned traditional song local artists, as it was an essential aspect of a nation and career with an exceptional revenue. This was noted by Moses Malapela, popularly known as Choromshumba Ratsecha, during an interview with BTV News at the first annual Traditional Music Awards of Botswana. Kitso Temane.
The Traditional Songs and Music Awards are meant to inspire artists to put more efforts on their work. And next year, are expected to incorporate other categories in order to give other artists an opportunity to showcase their talents and for the growth of the event.
Next year, we are going to improve in many areas. Like this year, the categories were 15. But next year, we are going to increase categories to 35. So I believe it's going to be huge because I'll give you like Kobo Karagadikwa, Negonale Paul Kagere this time around. But never let's as council, we are happy to support the event of this nature. Yeah. No, obviously we work with the organizers to ensure that the hiccups and the minor ones they are going into the future.
Shumba Rasera further emphasized that traditional talent and passion need to be recognized at a tender age and then nourished as time progresses. He added that this career path is not easy, so it is essential to know and understand it whilst the young and growing. Revealers acknowledged the event, and award recipients also showed their gratitude on the award received.
Congratulations, Botswana. It's a great initiative. As a people, we need to identify ourselves with who we are through our music, through our dances.
For
the first time, the competitions traditional. But this one, thank you very much.
ya itumela a re rotloetseng thata.
Ke leboga mongwe le mongwe yo ileng a nna le seabe sa gore a ntlhophe a ba dumela mo goreng ke ka dira sengwe.
Artists are urged to take their talent seriously so that the nation can take them seriously. Kitso Temane, Botswana Television, Kazungula.
A member of the Botswana Council of Churches, Monica Mpusu, says that churches are the watchdog society and have a duty to speak out against social ills such as gender-based violence. Mpusu shared this view at a walk against gender-based violence organized by the Botswana Council of Churches on Saturday. Tulifelo Tombale.
As the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence came to a close over the weekend, the Botswana Council of Churches called together various churches for the Tamar Walk against gender-based violence, with the aim of fulfilling its role as the moral compass of society by decrying such violence.
Inne molomo wa ba sena molomo inne tsebe ya ba sa ikutlweleng maikelelo a mogwanto wa gompeno ene le gore ke nngwe ya ditiragatso tse ntse re di dira mo malatsing a 16 a lesomele borataro a go kgala re sa kgemathe khokgontsho.
We have the leadership of Botswana Council of Churches. We have the leadership from different member churches of BCC and EFB and OIC and other religions really. This is a battle that cannot be fought by one identity or one institution. It calls for all of us to say no to it and to refuse and to reject it.
The motivation behind naming the event the Tamar Walk was explained.
Story sa Tamara ke gore Tamara one khaitsadi kana ga tafi khaitsadi ona mo dirisa ska mo dirisa sentle me Tamara ke no nangare no my brother, you cannot do this. This is not allowed in Jerusalem. Lorna re me ka dinaurare nyaya borra nyaya batsala le rona ga re ka ke ra dirase ga se letlelelo mo Botswana.
The American ambassador to Botswana, Mr. Howard Rankin, has called for the public to support efforts to fight gender-based violence.
We have the same problem. We know how difficult it is. And we know that the first step in addressing it is talking about it, to say that no means no, exactly what you're doing. And so what I want to say is just thank you, because all of the things that we do, all the money that we spend, all of the talk we do, is nothing compared to what you do in your communities, in your churches, in your villages, in your households. That's where it has to stop.
Gender-based violence has become a national concern, with stakeholders channeling efforts and resources towards raising awareness, with the hope of bringing the statistics down. Solofelo Tombale, BTV News, Gaborone.
And that is how we end our news at this hour. Thank you for watching. The Murang is standing by to give you sports.
Thank you very much, Kelo Sabone. Now, in context, the sports news follows with me, Ntaboganse Betlela. Local table tennis players Kahoma Lobela and Tlamelo Ntebele failed to progress to the quarterfinals of the ongoing Phoenix Assurance Botswana Open Championships after losing against South African duo of Terence Matole and Luke Abrahams. Malobela was eliminated after losing by 3 sets to 11-6, 11-6, and 11-9, while Ntebele was also knocked out by 3-love against Abrahams after losing 11-3, 11-4, and 11-6. Meanwhile, Terence Matole of South Africa advances to the semi-finals after defeating his fellow countryman Luke Abrahams by 3 sets to 1. Matole clinched the first 2 sets by 11-9 and 11-4 respectively before Abrahams came back rejuvenated in the third set to claim it by 11-6 to force the match into a deciding set, which was won by Matole 11-6 to win the overall match 3-1. And lastly, BDF 11 and Township Rollers played 2-2 draw in Botswana Premier League game played at the National Stadium yesterday. Let's see the match highlights.
Did he go down? Penalty.
Mutlumehi Mkonazi from Lesotho. It's a powerful penalty, and parity is restored here at the National Stadium. Ball, nice ball put in. Oh, what a beauty! Sosogele would not be outdone. We are still under the floodlights here at the National Stadium due to the rain. It's a great ball. Murimba! He has done exactly what he has been called up for.
But he decided the other way. That's why I was so jacked. But all in all, we played well under the hard conditions. We did well under hard conditions.
Our plan, we knew that BDF will start the game at a high note. We managed that. Then we said, okay, fine. We needed that extra verve to finish the game. I can't falter the boys. Under the circumstances that we were in, we will accept a point and go home.
From our sports desk, that was all we had for you this hour. Until we meet again later in the day with our Botswana Bulletin. Thank you for staying with us and good afternoon.
The main objective of why we are here this morning is to